Rob. How's it going, man? We're just going to run a little 20, peruse around the band. Haven't streamed in a while. And man, dude, I don't know how you get in there that quick, but I'm going to make a little rumble noise here. Move the microphone out of the way. Don't need that one. And hope you had a good week there, buddy. We're going to get right to it. So, no fanfare, not much to report. Just had a day from hell. I'm not even going to tell you what I did. I made an awful mess. Awful mess. But I'm going to jump in here while signals are strong. Really good signals. Yeah, happy Friday, man. Anyways, make yourself at home, pull up a chair, grab a toddy. We'll get off and running.
Very, very nice indeed. You've certainly been well travelled as well, and holding off various different call signs. And I see G3R.
Kilo 3 Mike Oscar. Here, Golf 4 Hotel Juliet Echo. Golf 4 Hotel Juliet Echo in the southeast of England, beaming long path to southeast Australia. Victor Kilo 3 Mike Oscar. Here, Golf 4 Hotel Juliet Echo. Keeping frequency open for Oscar. Golf 4 Hotel Juliet Echo.
We'll have to check back there, see if we hear any VK.
America, number 7, number 1, America, Mexico is the call sign, and my name is Seth. GTX state of Qatar on the Arabian Gulf, Middle East. I think you've been to as well. You were 5 and 7 previously.
Looks like Middle East is coming in.
Negative, John, negative. It is
Hey, Brennan, Greg, Paul. Crazy day, Greg. Awful. Absolutely awful. Hey, Dave. How's it going? I am exhausted. I've had a horrible day, and I'm not going to talk about it. Absolutely mental.
Golf 4 Hotel Juliet Echo in southeast England, beaming long.
I'm not even going to try him. QSB is too sharp.
Thank you. This is Oscar Delta 5, Tango X-ray. I heard a Sierra, a call ending with Sierra.
Boy, band is long. Wow.
Okay, it's Whiskey 5 Yankee Sierra. Whiskey 5 Yankee Sierra. David, you're 5 and 5, 55.
I have no signal on him, but we'll give him a shot anyways.
What is my report, please, David? What is my report? Okay, Roger. Thank you for...
Hey, Tim. How's it going?
Whiskey 5 Yankee Sierra. Oscar Delta 5 Tango X-ray 73. This is Oscar Delta 5 Tango X-ray OD5 here.
Kilo 1 Golf Mike.
One mic.
Kilowatt 1 Germany, Mexico.
Kilo 1 Golf Mike.
Wow.
This is Oscar Delta 5 Tango X-ray. Steve, you're 5 and 7, 57.
QSL, you are 5-5, 55 into Vermont. OD5TX, thanks for picking up the call from Kilo 1 Golf Mike. Over.
Okay, Roger. Kilo 1 Golf Mike. Thank you for the 5 and 5, Steve. You're 5 and 7, 73.
Thank you, sir. 73. Have a great weekend.
Same to you. Thank you. This is Oscar 5 Tango X Closet.
Wow. There's a haul, mister. That's Lebanon.
This is Oscar
That's
Delta
cool.
5, Tango X-ray.
Boy, band is really good long,
Oscar
man.
Delta 5, Tango X-ray, Closet.
I may have needed Lebanon, but I'm not sure. Let's check to see
3
if...
Mike Oscar, Victor Kilo 3 Mike Oscar. This is Golf 4 Hotel Juliet Echo. Golf 4 Hotel Juliet Echo. Golf 4 Hotel Juliet Echo, beaming a long path from southeast England to southeast. Tango X-ray, Mario, you are 5 and 5, 55.
Ok, Roger, boa chamada. Vai então ali para o nosso amigo Sortes. LC2JJ para o grupo 2BD.
Ok, então vá, retomo novamente por aqui
No, it's not. It's Friday, May 17th, isn't
para
it?
me despedir, não é?
Didn't do a life
Porque,
hacks.
como diz o
Life hacks. Yeah. It's Friday, May 17th, isn't it? Let me check the date. Yes, it is. You need motivation only until a habit is formed. After that, routine will take care of the rest. Yeah. Ed, how's it going?
ok,
Zach, how's it going?
Roger, Vitor, efetivamente a propagação não está lá muito forte, mas olha, um abraço, eu estava também já há um bocadinho para me despedir, aliás eu vim aqui mais para cumprimentar a Rodinha Brita que estava por aqui e está, não é?
Hey, Harper. What's up? My 5 AFK. That tells you the band is long because he's usually booming in here.
Delta Lima number 1, Honolulu Delta. Sí, bye-bye.
Sierra Victor 1, Japan, Mexico, Florida.
Aqui meio já cansadote.
Say that again.
You know the thing he sent me was 1 Alpha. I think it was a 1 Alpha.
Right, no problem at all.
And you never know. You sometimes wonder and think, well, maybe the propagation's just
There's some voodoo audio.
Zulu 5 Denmark, CQ20.
Kilo 1 Golf Mike.
Kilowatt 1 Golf Lima again.
Kilowatt 1 Golf Mike. Germany, Mexico.
Okay, is it a Kilowatt 1 Golf Lima Mike? A Kilo 1 Golf Lima Mike, is that correct?
Negative. Germany, Mexico. Germany, Mexico. Over.
Yeah, Roger. Hello, Steve. Golf 1. This is the new Thank you for the new band, Steve. Very good afternoon to you. I have you 5 by 3, 53, Steve. The name here is Dan, Delta Alpha November.
Okay, Dan, QSL. And you got my name correct. And QSB, the band is very, very long. It's going right over Europe between the two of us. And just work Lebanon, so it's skipping right over the top of you. But good to hear you. 7-3, you are 5-3 as well. 5-3. LZ5DD, K1GMM, over.
Oh, yeah, Roger. Thanks a lot for the nice report, dear Steve. Glad to see you on 20 meters. Much appreciate your call. The band is very unstable right now between us. But I have here a 5 by 3, 5 by 5. Thanks a lot. Enjoy your afternoon in Riga from Bulgaria. Happy racing, dear Steve. It's always a pleasure. A Kilo 1 Golf Mike 5 DD. Thank you.
Thank you, Dan. 7-3. Have a great weekend, buddy. K1GMM.
Thank you. All the best, Steve. Take care, my friend.
Roger, Roger, Scott. Thank you very much for the contact. Wish you all the best. Have a pleasant evening. Until the next time. Glad to work you for the first time. 73 and bye-bye.
Bye-bye, 73.
Who is the station at the end with Tango? A Whiskey Alpha 3, Whiskey Norway Tango. I hope I have the call correct. On this side, Oscar November 8, Papa uniform. Operator name is Patrick, sir. Roger.
Yeah, the band is, boy, I'll tell you, that is long. I do have to hop down.
Roger, Roger. Well, you're coming in
210.
with a 5 and 7. Thank you.
Kilo 3 Mike Oscar, Golf 4 Hotel Juliet Echo.
Okay, I do not hear the VK. Let me open it all the way up. No, I don't hear him. Ooh. Crazy, isn't it?
Uniform, anyone anywhere.
Who is the Kilo 4? The Kilo 4.
20 meter Mach's on.
Foxtrot Alpha, question mark.
That thing will rock, dude.
I'm sorry. Kilo 4,
Mach's on's
Alpha,
ripped, man.
Foxtrot Lima. This is Oscar November 8, Papa uniform. I give you the report the next one's over, Roger.
It's funny, you know, when you normally work guys on 40 and 75 meters, and all of a sudden you work, they say it's a new band on 20. It's like, what?
73 Kilo 4 Alpha
It's
Foxtrot Lima. You are
freaking
5 and
wacky,
7
man.
also. 73 until the next. Bye-bye. CQ20, this is Ocean, November 8, Papa uniform.
Kilo 1 Golf Mike.
The Kilo 1 Golf Mike, I believe.
Roger, you are 5'9", 59 into Vermont, and the name is Steve. Over.
Roger, Steve, nice to work you. On this side, the operator name is Patrick, like a Papa Alpha Tango Romeo India Charlie Kilo. Nice to work you again, Steve. I see my log, we have a contact before of 40 meters. 73, and your report today is a 5 and 8, Roger.
Roger, thanks for the 5'8", 7'3", and have a great weekend. Thanks for picking me up there. Over.
73, Steve, till the next. Bye-bye, CQ20, Oscar November 8, Papa uniform.
That's funny, I don't have him in my log for 40. Whatever.
The Kilo 5 Zulu, question mark.
Patrick the Starfish.
Kilo 5 Zulu Mexico radio. You're coming in with a 5.
Meter and frequency readout and display. It's quite a remarkable thing when you've never seen it operating. So that's just.
That's Sierra 57, Bill to X-ray.
So 73, good luck, good health, have a good weekend. Sam 3's Golf 0, Charlie Whiskey Hotel, QRZ.
Kilo 1 Golf Mike.
Kilo 1, a Golf Mike. Good evening. Good morning from this end. Good evening on your end. Name here is Andrew, and I'm located southwest UK, 30 kilometers east of the city of Plymouth. Golf 0, Charlie Whiskey Hotel, returning to Kilo 1 Golf Mike.
Hey, Andrew, good to hear you. You're about a 5'5", 55 into Vermont, Northeast United States, and the name is Steve, Sierra Tango Echo Victor Echo. And looks like we worked about a year ago. 321 I have in my log, 2018. So good to hear you again, sounding fine into Vermont there. Over.
Okay, thank you very much.
Steve. Can I just double check the call sign? Kilo 1 Golf Mike, or is it Golf Mike?
It's Gulf Mike. Over.
Thank you very much, Steve. I think I'm getting dyslexic in my old age. That's the problem. You have a beautiful signal over here. You really are nice and clear and fantastic audio. You're coming in at a 5.8 to 5.9 on the peak, and I just spotted your QRZ page. I'm not too sure about the photograph. Is that something to do with Cheech and Chong?
You know, I never heard that before, Andrew, so that's a new one. I'm going to have to remember that. No, not enough levity in the hobby, so I figured I'd try and add some. There you go. Over.
Oh, no, that's good. That's appreciated. A bit of a shock when you first get onto the page and you see it there. But now you've got a great signal here in southwest UK. As I say, 30 kilometres east of Plymouth, right down on the south coast. Operating only 100 watts into a Cushcraft A4S. Operating an Icon 756 Pro. Quite an old radio, but a good one, QSL.
Ah, yeah, QSL. Good old rigs, aren't they? Well, they're not as old as they could be, but great rigs. I have a friend in Pennsylvania, and thanks for the compliments on the audio. And got a friend in Pennsylvania who runs a 756 Pro. I got to see it in person, never seen one, a couple summers ago during field day, and it's a beautiful rig, man. Got another friend with a Pro 3 as well. Running about just bumping the 400 mark, and running an ICOM 7300 little baby, and with some outboard gear. The antenna is a 2-element phased delta loop array, 20-meter delta loops. Over.
All understood. Phase 20-meter delta loops. A nice little setup, actually. And the 7300. I hear nothing but good things about those new 7300s. Nothing but good things. I've got a 7600. But believe it or not, still in the box, because I have so much fun with the 756. I've actually not got round to getting the 7600 out the box. Still just sat there, untouched, so I'll have to check if all the batteries go flat. But yeah, two twin delta loops there, all phased, beautiful. Nice signal coming over here, I can assure you. Have you done anything with the audio? Are you using on this one I'm using the Heil headset, the Pro 6. Are you using anything on the audio there?
Oh, good heavens. Yeah, Andrew. I'm on a headset right now. It's a cheap, fairly inexpensive headset. It's an Audio-Technica Pro 8 HE. I use it for DXing. And I have a big gun microphone, a large diaphragm studio condenser I use for rag chewing. I was going to use that, and I thought, I didn't know how the bands were going to be. If you had an armchair copy, that other system is, oh man, dude. It's about 60, covers about 60 hertz to just over. I actually force the bandwidth into the 7300, 60 hertz to about 3.1 to 3.3 kilohertz, and I'm running quite a bit of stuff. Ultra Gain Pro, Ultragraph EQ, 30 band EQ, all 2-channel, one for the headset, one for the big gun. What is that thing? It's a Composer Pro XL to tame the wild beast. Expander, compressor limiter, and gate. And then to finish it off, which is literally brute force, is an Aphex 204 oral exciter. And that's what makes everything tick. Over.
Well, I can tell you it certainly does the job. The audio is just phenomenal. I've got to say, crisp and clear and concise. And there's no waffle in the background there. There's a nice bit of cut off on the bass, and it's lovely. Keep it as it keep it going. Keep it going as it is. Fantastic. Okay. So what else besides radio? What other hobbies you got?
Oh gosh, when I drop the key, tell me a little bit. The same thing about yourself as well. Hobbies. Well, I'm a musician. Getting back into drumming. I've been out of drumming. I haven't touched a drumstick for 9 years, and I've been playing off and on, trying to get my chops back and maybe do a little writing. I set up the little mini studio again. It's a microscopic compared to what I used to have. And I've been a session musician, live performing artist since I was about 17. I'm 55. Ran a commercial recording studio for about 15 years. And really enjoyed that. I missed it, but life got in the way and I kind of set everything aside. I'm live streaming right now to YouTube, by the way. I'm pushing a stream to YouTube. So you are now famous or infamous. I don't know which way you want to go with that. It's on the K1GMM YouTube channel. You can see the drums in the background if you go back and watch it. I'll let it post tonight. It'll render and it'll be up there. What else? I'm a retired wedding photographer, big into photography, and love sailing. Sailing Hobie Cats and writing. I have a Can-Am Spider that I spend most of the summer on, late spring through fall there. So that's it, Andrew. I know it's a lot to swallow, but it's tough finding time for everything. G0CWH K1GMM, over.
Okay, Steve, Golf 0, Charlie Whiskey, returning Kilo 1,
Excuse me.
Golf by Mike. All understood. From the point of view of sailing, you'd love it here. This location, probably a place you've heard of. Salcombe is the nearest town from here. It's about 2 miles stone throw to the west.
Sinus frickin' torture.
Sailing area.
Bands are fading.
The inlet,
Or it's fading to UK. He's right in the noise floor.
Which is where they start a lot of races from. So yeah, they had a lot of the yacht races, big Atlantic yacht races started from here. Okay, from the point of view of music, well, this end, I couldn't play a note. Tone deaf, probably. But no, music, unfortunately, was never my thing, but I love listening to it. So don't get me wrong, I love music, but I certainly couldn't play music. Not good at all. Operating here, I think I said to you earlier on, with only the 100 watts, but it's into a 4-element beam. And that I keep up at really not very high at all. It's only about 40 feet up in the air on top of the mast that I have here. But I'm tucked down into a valley, so sometimes I have a little bit of trouble. We're trying to get out to the sort of south-west area, but I get pretty good over to the western side. All understood with the equipment again. As for my hobbies, well, what hobbies do I have? I have dogs. We have 2 Great Danes, the wife and I. We love the countryside, which is why we live where we do. And I collect antique books. When I say antique, I mean antique. 1600s, 1700s. I don't read them. The wife reads them. I don't know how she can, because they have an awful lot of this old-style print, and where they replace the letter S, the letter S with the letter S, which can be very confusing at times when you're trying to read some of the words. But no, I do love my antique books, and a lot of them mostly history.
Forgot my lava lamp.
And personal letters and that kind of thing of people of the time, correspondence of the time, and records of how things were back in the 17th century, 18th century, which of course was before the 19th and the 20th century. People get their centuries and their 1600s and 1700s mixed up, but if you think that the 17th century was the 1600s, so yeah. Not everything was about religion then, and there are a lot of serious people writing some serious stuff to Parliament and governments, and it's nice to get it all first hand. So yeah, they're my hobbies, and that's the location. Hand the microphone back to you before I bore everybody on YouTube.
Nah, nobody's bored. Nobody's bored there, Andrew. I just checked the chat and it's gone quiet, so I think they were bored to begin with. Yeah. Well, that's cool. That's cool. I read enough to, you know, I spend my mornings, you know, I usually get up and I'll come down in the shack and I'll kick the rig on and I'll just sit and I'll listen. I do a lot of listening lately, and find something interesting to listen to, an interesting cue going on, especially in the mornings on, you know, 75, 80. And I'll just start perusing, you know, start researching and reading and seeing what kind of trouble I can get into, you know. But the problem with this hobby is it can consume a tremendous amount of time, can it? It's pretty brutal. And I'm not even going to tell you about the day I just had. What an idiot, dude. I replaced the bulb in the tuner, in the meter. And yeah, I'll go ahead and tell you, you'll get a good laugh. And this is for the guys on YouTube. 2 hours fussing with this thing. Installed it. No problem. Went right in. Slapped the cover back on, threw it on the desk, plugged it all back in. I was going to get on 20 and lit the amplifier up, kicked it into the dummy load, hit the, keyed it down on a 40% drive, which gives me, 600-700 out. And holy crap, all hell broke loose. And I spent the next 2 hours trying to figure out what was wrong, and I had the transmitter and the antenna jack backwards in the tuner, reversed. I'm very surprised that something didn't go up in smoke. I saw the meter, the plate on the amplifier just smoke right to the top, and I thought, oh God, something's wrong here, you know. And everything started flashing, and 2 hours took me to figure it out, dude. I can't see behind it, and I took it apart like 3 times. I thought I broke something. Yeah, not the sharpest tack in the box, Andrew. Go ahead.
I think we all have days like that. We've all done that. The classic case of reassembling something before. You take it all apart, you replace the component part, and you're feeling really tough with yourself when you put it all back together again, and then you switch it on and you think to yourself, why didn't I just test that before I reassembled it? We've all done it. We've all done it.
Yeah, I take about every 6 months, I pull the tuner out. Well, it's been I just did it not too long ago. I don't know, a couple months ago, but it sat for a year. I've been using it for a year, and I pop the cover on it, disconnect the whole thing, throw it on the desk over at the soldering station, pop the cover, spray it all out with deoxit, the roller inductor, make sure everything's clean, lubricated, and she's happy, But unless I pull this apart a lot, I can't remember where everything goes because it's an old tuner, and first of all the lettering on the back is worn off. So unless you remember where everything goes, it's only 3 connections. I got the antenna, comes from the amp to the tuner, right? And then I have the dummy load in coax 2, and coax 1 goes out to the antennas, out to the remote switch. And yeah, I think when I've gotten it right before, I probably should have gone out and bought a lottery ticket. Over.
Or just taken a photograph and now it all went back together again. That would have been another option.
Oh gosh, yeah. I'm going to get out of the way, Andrew. I'll let you continue on. See if you can pick up some more calls. I'm going to peruse the band and see what else is going on here. Picked up Lebanon down below, and there's a station in the UK waiting for a sked to start up with VK. He's down, where was he? Down around, I don't know, 160, 170, 180, somewhere in there. I was kind of curious if I could hear any VK. But the band is long. Middle East, Eastern Europe is actually stronger than Western Europe. It's kind of hopping right over you there. Over.
Yeah, confirmed. Yeah, it has been like that for a couple of nights. Okay, that's all understood, Steve. It's been a pleasure speaking with you this evening. Look forward to a future QSO. Thank you for answering my call. And I should look forward to later conversations and see what else we can do wrong in the process in between. Golf Zero, Charlie Whiskey Hotel, saying thank you very much. And 73 for Kilo 1 Golf Mike. Look after yourself. Good luck, and most importantly, good health.
Hey, thanks again, man. Thanks for taking the call and a nice QSO. I'll look for you again, pick up where we left off. I don't know if you've got any really stupid stories that you'd care to share, but I would do it when I'm not streaming. Everybody knows I'm a raging idiot on the stream, so they, in the chat, the guys that frequent the stream, so they, this is no news to them, so I'm, I don't care. We'll catch you later. 7-3, have a great weekend. Thanks for picking me up. K1GMM.
7-3, Steve. What the heck, it puts up the lookups on my QRZ page, doesn't it? Take care, buddy. Catch you next time. 7-3.
Yeah, cheers.
But thank you very much. 73, take care, my friend.
Enjoy the upcoming weekend. Nice to see you, Donny, again. Bye-bye, thank you. Kilo United 4, Florida X-ray. Nice to see you, Dennis. 59 plus, go ahead.
Man, his audio is a freaking mess. Holy crap. I wonder what causes that. Talk about pinched. That is weird. I've heard
Okay,
that.
Dennis, thank you. Nice to see you. Christina from Florida. Kilo Uniform 4, Florida X-ray. SB9 73, Dennis. Bye-bye. QZ.
Give me a call, dude. Call sign.
Kilo Alpha 7, Japan, Kilo Florida. Is that a QSL?
No, he's definitely in Europe. I just flipped it, so.
Whiskey Alpha 7, Japan, Kilo Florida. I'm not sure. I've got Japan, Kilo Florida, guys.
Man, that is almost sounds like he's flat topping the amp. Big signal.
Who's the Japan, Kilo Fox? Who's the number 7? Victor Alpha 7, where is the suffix? The suffix Victor Alpha 7. Okay, Queen Sierra, Florida, Victor Alpha 7, Queen Sierra, Florida, you're 59, I'm missing something.
Yeah, I think he's flat topping.
Give me the letter after the number 7 again.
Hear how the modulation distorts under heavy inflection? Sounds to me like he's flat topping. If it was RFI, it would be everywhere. I think. I'm not sure. Could be a combination.
Okay, Victor Alpha 7, it's Japan, Sierra, Florida. Victor Alpha 7, it's Japan, Sierra, Florida. You 59, 589. Great signal from British Columbia, 73. Bye-bye.
Wow, British Columbia. Freaking Northwest Coast. Kilo 1, Golf, Mike.
Kilo 1, Golf, Mexico. Big signal from Vermont. It's 59 plus,
QSL. Thanks for being kind. You're 5'9", 5'9", no problem. And I need your call sign, please. And the name is Steve. You got it. And I'm from Vermont. If you could give me your call, that'd be great. Please go ahead.
Okay, the call is Sierra Victoria number 9 at Charlie Victoria Yankee. The call is Sierra Victoria number 9 at Charlie Victoria Yankee. Last time we spoke was last year. Steve, go ahead.
Oh, yeah. Yep, I saw it. What was it? August 24th. August 24th, yeah. Yeah, good to hear you again. Man, wow, yeah, nice signal coming in. 7-3, and have a great weekend coming up. Thanks for picking up the call there. Sierra Victor 9, Charlie Victor Yankee, Kilo 1, Golf, Mike, over.
Roger, Steve. Thank you. Nice to see you again this year. 73, Steve. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye now, 7-3.
Kilo 1 Golf Mike.
Kilo 4 Delta Victor Alpha, nice to see you, Khalid. Great signal from Florida, 59 fast, go ahead.
Kilo 1 Golf Mike, Germany 0 America, Whiskey Victoria.
Roger.
AWV QSY looks like 14280 is open. K1GMM, I'm going to head up to 14280.
14280, roger.
Negative, 80's occupied.
Thank you, bye-bye. This is Sierra Victoria number 9, Charlie Victoria Yankee. Kilo Bravo.
Is this frequency in use? Is this frequency in use? K1GMM. I'm going to switch microphones. Hang on, guys. I hate this headset. I gotta get over on the other thing. If I'm gonna rag chew, it's a better microphone. I really wasn't planning on rag chewing today, but I kind of wanted to do the hit and run thing, but that's okay. Alrighty. Let's make sure I've got. Make sure I've got audio. Something going on. Okay, that somebody's on there. Let's just check. Maybe they're gone. Is this frequency in use? Check. I gotta just test the audio, guys, because I switched microphones. Maybe he'll find me. I don't know who that was. Let me see if I can get a clear frequency here, and I'll just call CQ and see if he stumbles upon me. Is this frequency in use? Is this frequency in use? K1GMM. Is this frequency in use? CQ 20 meters. Kilo 1 Golf Mike. Kilo 1 Golf Mike. Kilo 1 Golf Mike. Calling CQ. Kilo 1 Golf Mike. Calling him by. Hey, Jared, what's up? No, dude, I had a day from hell. I'll tell you about it on Z later. Freaking completely insane. Sucked. Just an epic mistake on my part. Is this frequency in use? CQ 20 meters. Listening for Europe, Kilo 1 Golf Mike Mike. Kilo 1 Golf Mike Mike. Calling him by. CQ Europe, Kilo 1 Golf Mike Mike. Kilo 1 Golf Mike Mike. Calling him by. I don't know if he's going to find me. I hate it, Jared. I want something like what you got. That's funny right there. We're never satisfied, are we? Ever satisfied. It's just... Hey, somebody in the UK, if you're still watching, let me know if 241 is open. It may be occupied over there, and I can't hear him. CQ Europe. Beaming Europe from Northeast US, Kilo 1 Golf Mike Mike. Kilo 1 Golf Mike Mike. Calling him by. I can go signal to signal and work everybody on the band, and I can sit here and call CQ and nobody comes back. Oh my God. See, you have to if nobody wants to talk to you, you have to go find them and you have to call them and force them to talk to you. I am probably despised greatly on the band. That's why. There we go. I think there's somebody on that. CQ. Oh, mic gain is over the top. CQ, Kilo 1 Golf Mike Mike. Kilo 1 Golf Mike Mike. Calling him by. Ah, damn it. CQ, Kilo 1 Golf Mike Mike. Kilo 1 Golf Mike Mike. Calling him by. What the hell is wrong with my mic gain? CQ. Why? What the frick? Check. Check 1 2. Check. There we go. Check 1 2. Check. Okay. I don't know what's up with that. CQ, listening for Europe. Kilo 1 Golf Mike Mike. Kilo 1 Golf Mike Mike, calling him by. That'll work. All right, there's somebody on there. Go up to 264. Is this frequency in use? Is this frequency in use? K1GMM. Oh, that's the guy. Yeah, that's the guy. That's, do I really want to listen to that? Yeah, what the hell? I'm going to throw out a couple more calls. He must have shut down or something. I figured he'd find me unless he's in a queue with someone. One more, and then I'll go hunting. Again. Ending in Lima. I think it was a Tango Lima. Come again? Okay, I got a Papa Alpha 3. I believe it's a Golf Tango Lima WIM. I think it's Whiskey India Mike, I think you said. Good to hear you. I'll give you a report on the next go. Name is Steve this side, Sierra Tango Echo Victor Echo, and the QTH is State of Vermont. PA3 GTL K1GMM, over.
Yeah, good. I think it's morning of the day, Steve.
Papa Alpha number 3, 123, Golf Tango Lima, and that's correct. And the name is Wim. I'm in the northern parts of the Netherlands, not so far from the Northern Sea. And you're 5 and 7, 5 and 8 here in the northern part of the Netherlands. Very solid and very nice signal, Steve, and all. A very nice warm audio as well. So very nice to hear you here. Kilo Golf 4 Mike Mike from Papa Alpha 3 Golf Tango Lima.
Okay, Wim. Yeah, good to hear you. You're about a 3-1, and QSB, it's just the band. And please correct the call. The call is Kilo 1, Germany, Mexico, Mexico. Kilo 1, Germany, Mexico, Mexico. Over.
Roger. Sorry for that. I took it wrong, Steve. Kilo 1 Golf Mexico, Mexico. I got it 100% right now. And we're working here with a TS430 and 100 watt output in a Wyndham antenna. Maybe you know this type of antenna. And so it's very basic as we're working here in the northern part of the Netherlands, Steve. But you're doing really well with your rig, and very good signal here. Kilo 1 Golf Mike Mike from Papa Alpha 3 Golf Tango Lima.
Okay, Wim. Yeah, thanks for your WC. We're running just bumping the 400 watt mark. Transceivers Nikon 7300 with some outboard gear running. Microphones CAD Charlie Alpha Delta GXL 2200 with some external processing. And the antenna is a 20 meter phase delta loop array. Pointed northeast, about 53 degrees. Thanks for the call, Wim. 7-3, have a great weekend there. I'll let you tie everything up. And we'll look for you again on the band. Appreciate it. PA3 GTL from K1GMM, over.
Yeah, thank you very much, Steve, for coming back.
And keep the overs short.
For the QSO. Also looking forward to see you, to work you again on somewhere on the frequency. And wish you a very nice weekend as well. K1GMM from PA3GTL signing off and clear. Steve, bye-bye.
Bye-bye, Wim. Thanks again, buddy. 7-3. Have a great weekend. And this is Kilo 1 Golf Mike, listening for Europe, QRZ.
Germany 0, Delta Tango X-ray.
Germany 0, Delta Tango X-ray. Hey, good evening. Give you a report on the next go. G0 DTX, K1GMM, over.
Yeah, Roger, Steve. You should be receiving me a bit better now. I was only on 5 watts there when I give you a call. I didn't turn the linear on. So, yeah, running 400 watts at the present moment and in time, Steve. But 5 watts want to give you a shout. Good signal off you tonight, Steve. 20 over 9 there. Very good. Surprised the band's still open this side. It's 12:15, so very good state from stateside. Kilo 1, Golf Mike, Germany 0, Delta Tango X-ray.
Yeah, G0 DTX, K1GMM returning. Yeah. Holy smokes, dude. You kicked that in. Now, you weren't bad on, what was that, 5 watts you said? Jeez, dude, 5 watts, you were about a 3 and 4 maybe trying to clip a 5, and you popped right up to a solid 5.9. So you actually startled me because it kicked in the middle of your in the beginning part of your transmission. You scared all the guys on the stream too, but yeah, good to hear you. What you been up to? Anything new and exciting, over?
Yeah, Roger, Steve, nothing much, mate. Squad, I've been chasing the Alpha Mike 70, the Italian, not Italian, the Spanish radio league. It's their 70th birthday, so I've worked all them. I've got the silver, gold, bronze.
About a 5.7. He's about a 5.7 in here.
Well, the provinces.
There's a
so
5.8.
that's all I've been doing, really. Not much DX.
Best signal out of the UK I've heard in a long time.
I've just been messing around the shack as we
Cracking.
Tidying things up. I'm up to a new purchase tomorrow. Well, it's a swap actually. I've got a FT1000 MP, the 200 watt Mark 5 field, and I'm going to do a swap. Hopefully, fingers crossed, for a TF2000X. So the Kenwood. So get 23.7s going, mate. It's looking quite bad, my QTH. I'm surprised no of the names can play with all the aerials there, are
Hey, if they complain, just say, hey, you got any laundry? I'll take some of your laundry from you. This is nothing but like massive clothesline. So, I'll hang your laundry out to dry. How's that? It's painful, dude. Yeah, I've been joking with people. I have one less antenna than I had up last winter, which will be going back up this fall. But this property, dude, you could take like a Greyhound bus made out of cheese and throw it through the property, and by the time you were done, you'd have like several chunks, many chunks, probably anywhere from the size of a Volkswagen Beetle to a motorcycle at the other end. It's like a massive cheese grater, over.
Yeah, the new X-Beam. I think I told you last time. I'm just on the cobweb, by the way, at the moment. I had a
Man, that thing works great. Jeez.
X-Beam. When the winds come, mate, I think it's only about 40, 50 mile winds. It just smashed it to pieces. But I've left it on up there, so basically neighbours are seeing the same sort of thing. And I'm just waiting for the new X-Beam coming. I've been waiting 3 months now. It's took the deposit. I was hoping it's going to be here by now, but hey-ho, that's the way things go. But yeah, I can't wait to get that back up. Having said that, I don't see too bad on this cobweb. For a compromised antenna, well, for anybody who's listening on the street, you can't go wrong with a cobweb. It's a small antenna, it's got a very small footprint, and it does quite well, mate. Right, Mucker, I'm going to let you carry on and see if you can get some more DX. Don't want to keep talking to those old guys. So I'll see you soon, mate. Stay safe and hope the family's cool. And I'll send 7th East for now, Steve. I'll let you wrap it up this time, mate, and you carry on and get some more DX. Kilo 1, Golf Mike Mike, my buddy Steve, Germany 0, Delta Tango X-Ray.
Okay there, John. Pleasure, man. Anytime. Anytime. Was it really quick? Was it you that jumped in before I was chatting with an operator, a station up the band? Where am I? Maybe it was down around here somewhere. And I said, it wasn't my frequency. So I said, head up to 280. And I looked up and it was clear and then it wasn't. But somebody was trying to get a hold of me, so I figured I'd find a slot to sneak into and see. Was that you before, or did you just happen upon me just now? Over?
No, that weren't me before. No, I actually watched it on the stream. This is why I turned it on to see if I could actually hear you stateside this time of the evening. Yeah, it was a G0 calling. I did have his call in my head, but he's just disappeared on me. Typical. But yeah, no, it was another G0, mate, and he said, obviously, I was watching on the stream. He was quite strong and very good audio, over.
Yeah, I was curious as to his call sounded familiar, but I could not. I can't remember anything from 5 minutes ago, man. But anyways, John, yeah, good to hear you. Take care. Have a great weekend, and always good to hear you. Anytime. I hear you. I'll give you, even if it's a quick shout, and you do the same for me there. Over.
Yeah, 7-3, Mucker. Nice to chat to you again. It's always good to catch up, innit? 7-3 for now, from your friend John. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye now, 7-3. This is Kilo 1 Golf Mike Mike, listening for Europe. Oh, everybody's in bed. QRZ. Somebody called me, said my call sign, and then dropped right out. Got nothing. Try one more time. Nothing heard. This is Kilo 1 Golf Mike Mike. CQ. Listening for Europe. Kilo 1 Golf Mike Mike. Calling him by. That was weird.
K1GMM.
Go ahead. All right, some tool is playing games, so I'm going to ignore him. I don't know who that is. Hey, Brian, got your call sign. No, the gray line map Tintio is actually, I don't know which gray line map you're referring to. One of them, the one I have running, is from HRD, and the gray line map which shows the path, that's in log 4OM. Harry Paul, what are you doing? Daniel, hey, how's it going? KB1MDH, 5 watts, man. That cobweb works, man. That's a good antenna. He's probably going to pick up maybe only 3 dB by going to the hex. It'll be a little bit better, but I'm impressed with that cobweb. That's amazing. Maybe more than that on the hex. The hex is underrated. I don't know how or why they work the way they do. I ran one, as you guys know, and a phenomenal antenna for their size. Probably the best antenna for its size you can run. Very small beam, and they flip and work. Second to none for their size. Absolutely phenomenal. Some people, somebody's playing games. All right, I'm gonna go surfing. Last call. Last call for alcohol. Let's see who else is in here. Who's this? English, dude. English. English.
Right across the pond. Microphone here is a
Hull PR40.
Oh, that's the guy that was trying to chase me down.
I'm running that into some external audio equipment here as well, so some processing and some other various bits and pieces going on here in the rack. So that's the setup on this side. But it just sounded like it was a little bit too bottom heavy for me, if you ask me. That was my, he needed to kind of shine a little bit more in the higher frequency range. But great signal, Herb, and sounding great. I thought we might have worked before, but nothing showing on the logbook here. So back to you, Herbert. KC1CWW. I'm about 20 miles southwest of London here. This is Germany 0 America Whiskey Victor, over.
Could be the polarization, Paul. Because
my name is Ricky, Romeo India Charlie King Yankee, over.
Because John got me, he came blasting through on 5 watts. What was that? He was about an S3 to 5, somewhere in there. I was like, wow, 5 freaking watts. But that's the problem with polarization. It could be polarization. I've seen that a lot, where it's could be a 20 dB difference. I'm flat side, he's flat side. It just works. I don't know. And it could be location. You know, it's just not open between the two of us. There's so many freaking variables. This band is so screwy lately, it's impossible to figure out. You know, another time you could probably do it on a milliwatt and I'd actually hear you, you know. It's freaking weird. I don't get it. It's tough to analyze performance of antennas in with the bands the way they are. I mean, it shifts around so rapidly that... That's amazing for a Ohio microphone. Did you guys hear what microphone he was using? Hell no, Brian. I can't go to Dayton. That's a dangerous place for me. I'm going to save my pennies, I think, for a 101D. I think that's going to be my next rig. I really do. Got to chat with a guy last week. Brand new, couple days old out of the box. It was, oh God. What a freaking cracking radio, man. Gonna have to wait at least a year, though. At least a year. That thing's way overpriced at $4,000 right now. 3,000. Yeah, it's worth $3,000. Oh, come on, dude. I've heard Ricky in here. I may have even spoken to him before. If I can get his call, I'll know. I'm actually debating on selling everything I got and just grabbing the 101. Can't do it though. Price will drop on that thing by freaking $1,000. You watch. ICOM, Kenwood, Yaesu, they all do the same crap. They release like some cracking transceiver and it's overpriced, and then a year and a half later it's like, you know, freaking $1,000 less. It's like buying a new car. Put the key in the ignition, throw $4,000 in the toilet. Oh yeah, that place is a madhouse, man. Jeez. I would go just for the experience, probably. Holy crap, this guy can talk. Well, I guess that's a moot point.
A member there,
not a member, but he was active on the frequency J38 Alpha Henry, 8 Papa 6 Alpha Hotel.
Martin Hughes, Martin, Mike Alpha, Romeo Tango, India, November. And you're 10 to 15 EB over S9 here, Hughes, over. Yeah, thank you very much, Martin. I appreciate that very, very much. Great to hear you there again. Apologies, I couldn't think of the name. But cracking signal, lovely audio, 5.9 plus 10 to 15 also. So conditions quite good between us there tonight.
Guy's still talking. Holy crap.
Thank you very much for the information.
Understood the Eagle 1 antenna.
I would literally just leave the frequency if somebody did that to me. I'd be like, I'm done, man. I'm out of here. Give me a freaking break, man.
Because I was enjoying this QSO, but I am losing a lot of what you're saying.
Alrighty, hey, you're doing good. About 15 over 9. Propagation sucks. I'll tell you what, yesterday afternoon, I don't know what happened. But something energized.
God, dude.
I tell you what, I saw some tremendous signals out of Europe. I mean, 13, 40 over 9. It was unbelievable. It was propagation like what we had about 6-7 years ago.
Oh, he's stateside here. All right, signals are, if you look at the pan adapter, they are fading. Oh God, Alpha Mike. Those guys are still going.
Okay, there was a couple of, quite a few guys in the States. Hang on, guys. Any other stations in the Pacific? Anybody in the Pacific? VK or ZL?
you doing, buddy?
All right, I'm shutting down. I got a funny story for you. I gotta tell you guys, this is hilarious. Hilarious. I'll end with this. When I first got my ticket, I first upgraded to general, right? I think this was on 75 meters, maybe. I was chatting with this guy, and I'm telling you what, man, this guy could talk. He could freaking talk. Back this thing away a little bit. He could run his yap, and you know I can talk, man. Nobody can talk me under the table. This guy, no contest. I mean, he was the ruler and king, blabbermouth, just diarrhea just pouring out of his mouth. So anyways, excuse me, I called a friend of mine on the All-Star system, and I baited him. I said, hey, get in there and say hello to this guy. Pretty neat guy. So he got in there on 75 meters, and he started chatting with him. Now, keep in mind, the two of us were listening. He was working him on HF, and we were both working each other on All-Star. So we were talking to each other, and then we were listening. Excuse me. Guess how long this guy took? 1 over. We ended up shutting the radios off and walking away. He keyed down and ran his mouth for 35 minutes straight. No ID. Just never stopped talking for 30. We kept looking at our watches. We were laughing so freaking hard, man. And we were talking to each other, laughing about it on All-Star. Hilarious. And finally, you know, he's more of a proper operator. I'm like, screw this. I'm out of here. After 35 minutes, I was like, I'm gone, man. I just shut the radio off and walked away and left him sitting there talking to himself. What an asshat. Are you kidding me? 35 minutes? 35 freaking minutes. And you know what that deserves, don't you? That deserves the award. Oh, it's not there. There it is. Here you go. Oh, help me, Rhonda. I'm out of here. Have a great night, you guys. I may be around this weekend. I don't know. Beautiful. I think we got a couple, maybe at least one nice day. I'm going to be out riding around in a Spider. So we'll catch you later. Adios, amigos. That was fun.